Welcome back, everybody. We have yet more Mech Warrior online action today here at MWO Comp. It is, I think it is loser brackets, make or break round here. It is I Hate My Team versus 228 Wild Ones. And I have Mr. Tios with me. How you doing, mate?
Hello. Thank you very much for having me here. And yes, whoever loses here is permanently eliminated from the tournament.
Bang,
And
bang.
the winner here will clinch themselves in the top 4.
Final four. It is very much getting to the pointy end of the championship, the year, everything. So let's get these guys to do their bans, and we'll see how long that takes. While I head over to Discord to ping everybody that we're doing this, because I forgot. One moment. Hopefully they sort it out on time. Hey. No, nothing yet. Nothing yet. Anything happening on your log file? Because mine's not doing anything yet.
I don't see anything on mine. Not yet.
Nothing yet. Konglord saying he doesn't know how to use the internet. That's good. Oh, God.
All right.
Oh, God.
Off to a great start.
Yep.
Oops, really coming in with the plan here. And the plan is to not ban maps.
Just waiting for that. As soon as it starts, I think we'll be off and running, as always, with the map ban. Can be a little bit fiddly, the old map ban tool. Got no idea why, because I don't use it from that end. I use it from the other end. Oh, here we go.
Oh, and oops. Canyon Network is their first pick.
Canyon Network. All right. Start writing down who's on what side so I don't make a mistake. Canyon Network. All matches are going to be on American server, North American server today. Makes it easy.
Wild Ones is really taking their time on which one they want to choose, though.
Maybe they're having map ban problems too.
Mm.
I think once we like, oh, here we go. Oh shit,
Oh,
Polar.
Polar.
Dude, this is going to be a mirror of this morning's games for me. It was Canyon, Polar, Tourmaline. Going to be Tourmaline? Oh, it is.
Oh, wow.
Wow. Okay. I guessed it. Okay.
Mining or HVG? I'm betting mining.
Yeah, I think mining too. But I don't know, right? Let me write down Polar. Tourmaline. I hate Tourmaline to cast on. So annoying.
Oh, yeah, it's still bugged, right?
Yeah, it's always bugged. Now, Polar's got the same bug too, I found out the other day. So that's awesome. Oh, look at that.
HPG, not mining.
It's
Okay.
identical.
Okay.
It's actually identical to the map order from this morning against JGX JD 5 JDs. Right, okay. That's interesting. Really interesting, actually.
So far, we've only had one match in the entire league go all the way to round 5. So I am hoping we see that 3-2 choice here, but and that we'll be able to see mining tonight.
I Hate My Team has picked Team 1 on Canyon. Now, that's an interesting choice. Maybe this is more strategic for down the line, perhaps, or they've got a set plan from Team 1. Well, you see, I see Team 2 sort of selected.
Yeah.
Ooh. Ooh, okay. Polar Highlands, it's a role reversal. Interesting. Now, how the last 3 sides going to round out, I don't know.
I'm sorry, you said I Hate My Team is Team 2 on Polar? Yeah, that's
No,
right.
2 to
Okay.
8. 2 to 8 is team
Oh,
one on Polar.
okay.
Tourmaline, we have 2 to 8 again on team one. Just waiting for the last two, and then oh, they're already ready in the lobby, so that's good. That makes it life a lot easier, actually. There's some pondering going on here.
This is not what I expected, though. If you look at the team sides, I would certainly say that Wild Ones has the much more stacked sides for drop 1 and 2, due to Gamma control side on Polar, and then just having the more established side on Canyon.
Oh, they've given up.
I'm
I don't know if they gave it up, but oh, see, I can't remember the bloody order for Tourmaline. This is actually 2 to 8 are on the opposite side to where they've normally been all the other matches, where they've just produced this really, really delicious push. And I hate my team on team one for HPG and mining. Should we get that far? Okay, all right. Okay. I hate my God, there's so many letters.
I'm
Okay.
very curious as to what Kong has in mind, though, for Canyon Network.
Yeah, so do I. So without wasting too much time, let's go over to the map strat. And if you want to do some doodling, we might see on Canyon here from team one.
Alrighty, let me get that rolling.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, interesting selection, team one.
Now, in my eyes, when a team goes team one, that either means they want Kappa control side or they want to do a brawl push. Team two to me feels like the much more solidified, just control Sigma, Theta, Epsi, and then just trade to your heart's content. Team one's always felt like a bit of the underdog here. You don't get to Theta first because it's a much longer run from team one than it is team two. So
Team one's, yeah, more about denying that theta, which isn't that hard to do necessarily, but now there's a little less cover on theta. It does make it interesting for both sides. Do you play a mech up high fast with a bit of range? And it can be done. And brawling is still really, really good. I've seen a few teams pull it off, even though that middle cover is missing, because hang on a minute. Why is my map strat link? There we go. Because if you can still go up and over this way, that hasn't actually
yep.
changed. And if anything, you've got a little bit of extra cover in here now, where you can't actually get shot down on. I mean, it's not a lot,
Yeah.
but every little bit of cover can matter. So
I'd say after the map rework, brawling has gotten even stronger with the new ramps and all the bridges that go around here. I feel like a brawling strat is stronger than ever here, and we saw a lot of it in, I believe, Blood League was the league before this.
And you can even fall down in some of these areas too, should that happen, and get back up relatively easily. I mean, a lot easier than previous. Put it that way. Like it's not the easiest, but it's definitely not. You have to have jump jets, or you're going for the long walk around the block type of situation. So,
Yep. So my prediction is I hate my team will either be running a Kappa control strat where they focus on the 3 cap of Gamma, Theta, Kappa, or they're going to be running a brawl push down the center in the low ground.
Well, yeah, as we were sort of saying with Goat this morning during the cast earlier today, if you just leave Theta completely alone and just go Epsi Kappa, that's another it's another viable option if your enemy commits really hard to Theta, sends all 3 or 4 mechs there to try and control it, and then you're like, hang on a minute, there's nothing here. Oh shit, there's a 3 cap on us. Then you got to go and deal with it. So, I don't, yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Obviously, team one, I hate my team, have come in with the plan here. Otherwise, I would probably have said would have most likely sort of picked team two. But again, maybe not, right?
I mean,
yeah, I got 2 minutes left. Okay, getting there. 1.5 minutes to go. I thought these guys would be a little bit quicker to lock in, to be terribly honest. And the other thing to note today as well, which I have completely forgotten to mention, there's no Jay-Z today. So I don't.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Yeah, and Jay-Z is not available today. So I don't know how much effect that is going to have. B228's normally Jay-Z doing the bulk of the work of late. Well, probably for quite a long time in the calling department and everything else. That cool, calm, collected dude, right? That doesn't even say the word shit. But it's without Jay-Z, I don't know. This is going to be an interesting set to hear. I think 228 are coming in as the underdogs.
Yeah, and I mean, as for the time limit, oops is oops, and oops has always historically taken their sweet time trying to get things prepared. Though I guess they are against 228 here, so if you want to talk about teams that like to take their time, but I do hope that we can get this going soon. And it seems that Oops has started with their full starter lineup. They have Yondu, who is now Taiwanese rice farmer. They brought Kong. They brought Texan, who are three incredibly hard hitters. So it seems that not 228. Kino is at full strength here, which might be required, seeing
Maybe.
as
well, they've got 10 seconds. If they don't hurry and ready up, then well, they're in trouble. There we go. My timer is basically going off.
come on, Kong.
So I'm not reffing, but this is over. This is over. He hasn't locked in. I don't know what they're going to do about that, but
Okay,
sort that shit out.
Kong has said that he is ready.
And we start the clock. I think 228 will be pretty quick. They will have a set plan for this. Yep, look at that, done. All this piss fighting around from the other team has achieved nothing.
And you know what? Lances aren't even that important anymore.
I was trying to show the tonnage there. There's actually a 5 tonnage difference with I Hate My Team going slightly lighter. I think I just didn't quite get it on the stream there quick enough, but that's okay. We will get into the lobby itself, into the match, and get underway. Oh, look, my scoreboard's working. Yay! It's only taken me 3 weeks.
You see, Perlon goes away for like 5 days, and all of our scoreboards and tools just go to just die.
Roll back. All right, I'm on the red team side. If you want to head over to the blue team, I'm just going to wait for these mechs to power up. I can already see what do we got? Warhammer, Stalker, Timberwolf, Mad Cat. What's over the back there? Black Ladder, Phoenix Hawk. I think he's Miss Lynx, maybe. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
On the Oops side, we are seeing an Executioner, a Warhawk, Blast from the Past, Warhawk, Quad ERPPCs, a Hellspawn Paralyzer, a Victor Dragonslayer, a new pick after its recent buff.
Warhammer, okay.
Commando, Firestarter, Jenner 2CA, and Nightgear B.
Oh,
so
this is an aggro push here from 228. This is the Stalker's not long range. Nothing's long range here. It's all. Stoney's got 2 AC10. UAC 20 and ERPPCs. That's a strange build on a Mad Cat. Okay.
2 ERPs?
Yeah. Very slow too.
Oh wow.
Like really slow.
That is 100-point alpha though, assuming no jamming.
Now, just trying to check the builds over here for this blue team. The XE, let's see, a large, medium pulse and the paralyzer. Yeah,
Dragon Slayer is like Goss, 3 ERPPC.
Oh, okay, right. That's an interesting build there. Right, okay. 2 gals.
It's got the Aegis Elk work.
Okay. Warhawk, okay. So there's an early scrap for Theta. Not that much is happening. Terminal is not interested in this, but 228 are hard coming around the rosy here, around the corner. They are not mucking around. The brawl push is on here. The only problem is Stone Falcon is completely behind. Like, completely behind. He's way too slow.
I think his mech's a bit too slow. Texan is taking serious early damage, though, having to bail early, but he's already down to 62% in his Jenner, which is not a good start.
Texan showing that butt on the entire exit there. That's not ideal.
Yep.
Stoney isn't even up the hill. He's only just getting up to the hill now already. This is looking a little bit rough here. The percentages are dropping for 228 rather quickly, with only Texan really eating a lot of damage here. But this is This is not looking
Kino
so
is
good right now.
Kino's starting to Kino's starting to kite very very well. Just all in the back line. Rhodes in the Black Lantern goes down due to a back shot from Kong Lord.
Yep. Brody got absolutely deleted there. 228 trying to get in here, but as you can see, like, Stoney's only just getting to the fight with UAC 20s now. I mean, yeah, he's got some power, but UAC 20s aren't much good at 500 meters. Brera gets down here as
drops
well.
here.
Timu goes down. Thermo gets him. Terminal doesn't get anybody down. He gets taken out by the Warhawk.
It's a 7v5 in Kino's favor, 4v7 now. This is...
Yeah, the Night Gear is cooking himself here. 2 Gauss, 3 large Barrier Ship Peas is about to eat the latter half of his name here. Stoney's rolling in, but he's getting hit by 3 mechs in different angles here. All sorts of places.
Thermo and the Lynx is about to drop.
Yep. Yeah,
Brian goes down.
Actually, he's halved. Potato Farmer is getting farmed by the Taiwanese rice farmer.
The farmer's always got to farm.
Down. Now...
Stone putting out huge work, but he just can't fight the 3-on-1.
No, he's lost all his weapons. Stone Falcon's been disarmed and torsoed, so he's lost all of his weapons here. Barry Shippies has blown himself up. Taiwanese rice farmer has killed Stoney, and that is all over. Jeez, look where the bodies are. There's like 14 UAVs and a lot of dead bodies in a very, very short, small, tiny area.
Wow. You know, I predicted Kino to push. This is the exact opposite.
Yep, it is actually very much the opposite. Right. And damage numbers. You want to run through that?
Well, highest in the match is Taiwanese Rice Farmer getting 580 in the Warhawk, absolutely farming upon the approach. Pelisaria B. Wolf getting 492 in the Paralyzer. As for the Wild One side, the damages just aren't quite what you want to see if you are leading a brawl push. Rhodes getting 11 damage in the Black Lantern before he's dropped. Here in the Phoenix Hawk getting 109, and top damage Stone Falcon in the Madcap Mark II. Even though he arrived late, just the sheer firepower that build puts out still allowed him to get top damage and a kill for his team.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think 228 went just a little early then. Stoney just way too far behind. You know, in a big mech with a big build like that, it's going to be slow. Absolutely slow as balls, but not ideal. I got to swap these guys around in the lobby. We want to go to the map strat and maybe sort of draw a little bit of what happened.
Yeah, so first things first is that 228 took the wide approach here. Oop, that's the wrong color. Choosing to go around Epsilon. Now the big thing of, I believe, where 228 went wrong is that their mech speeds were very staggered. There are a lot of quicker clan assaults that I feel like could have done this role a lot better. Like, say, if you watch KDCM, they bring the Gargoyle Executioner tanky assaults that still won't be left behind. Oops, on the other hand, after establishing early control of Theta, after they recognized the push, they just sort of hunkered down here in Echo 3. Like, they knew they had the 3 cap and they knew they had the range advantage, so they were just more than content to let Wild Ones try to approach through the low ground and across the bridge, and they just burned them on approach. I think if Wild Ones had brought a faster comp and also stuck to the low ground more, that probably would have gone very differently compared to what we just saw.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. In some ways, I couldn't wait too long. I mean, by the time the guy got to this corner, and then the Mad Cat's still sort of coming around, the rest of the 228 team was sort of already up to here. If they let I had my team sort of run away too far, then it would have been even worse, like even more strung out. And that's kind of the issue that I think they were trying to avoid. But yeah, that Mad Cat very, very late to the fight there. Very, very late.
Yeah, the Mad Cat and the Stalker are both very tanky, very high alpha mechs, but I think they're just not mobile enough to keep up with a full brawl push.
The Stalker wasn't doing too bad. He's what, 60? Oh, he's into the 60s.
66, I believe. Yeah, 66, I believe.
He was up there. He wasn't too far, but I'm guessing Stoney's sub 60.
Yeah,
gotta be. It had to be sub 60 for sure. Had to be.
I believe Rhodes and the Black Lantern just immediately saw blood on the Jenner 2C and just dove right in and got obliterated from all angles. Just got a little too hungry there for that kill.
And well, we're off the Polar Highlands now, so maybe we have a little bit of drawing on that one, mate. What do you think we might see over here this time?
Well, Hey, I think everybody's finally gotten a grasp on how to play this map. You know, like the first week of it after it was reworked, we all were kind of scrambling around, but now everybody seems to have a pretty solid play for it, and that is Team Two wanting Sigma, Gamma, Theta, and Team One wanting Epsi, Kappa, Theta. And one thing that I feel like Team Two is really the stronger side here, simply because the Gamma Hill setting up traders there gives so much map control and so much Overwatch. It's very hard to be caught off guard. Meanwhile, Team One, their three cap is sort of in the low ground, and it'll force them to trade a lot more up front and post a lot more in the center. So I think in a conventional match, I believe Oops would just get their early three cap and be content to trade from the high ground that Team Two gives. I
I mean, we've seen
mean,
Tutu been pretty aggressive most games so far this
that is
comp.
true.
So,
If that's the
hmm.
case, if if that's the case, I'm fully expecting them to go through this low channel here that runs down the eye line and then immediately just trying to blitzkrieg into the enemy team. I know Sky Jaegers did, or Sky Ranger Jaegers did that very well against Clan Crossfire in this map, just sticking to the low ground, bringing a team of 8 fast high DPS mechs and just trying to stay out of line of sight and just running their way in.
Indeed. So, I mean, it depends as well if they watched the earlier games this morning. I'm going to clean up, wipe that off here. Where if you run in fairly early and control theta and control gamma, you can kind of push the trading team quite back a reasonable amount into sort of these areas. And then you
Mm-hmm.
basically just break off. But as we saw earlier, the 5JD guys got caught up here with sending 3 mechs around to protect their guy up on the tower. And then
Yep.
7 JGX mechs said, we're going to do this. So the old push off
Yeah.
theta, I think, is actually a viable strat. It just requires a lot more awareness and communication.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I'm not quite sure what to expect, seeing
Mm.
as
There's a lot. There's a
last
lot of
there's
options.
it's amazing how much bigger this map is than Canyon Network, and yet this map is so much more well suited to a brawl than Canyon Network. Even though theoretically speaking, kiting on this map should win every time, trading from the high ground should win every time. But I believe if Wild Ones hunkers down and does a fast mech push, they would probably have better luck here than they would against Oops on Canyon Network.
You can even do a mid range too. Aggressive sort of push. You don't have to go, small pulse,
Mm-hmm.
micro pulse for everything. You can actually have, some mid range,
Oh
sort of
yeah.
laser vomit options here as well. Where it's a cool map. You can burn up a lot of heat sinks. You don't have to bring dirty big Dakka, but you can do it with a little bit quicker, a little bit lighter if you want. But again, I mean, hard to say until we see what mechs drop out of the damn drop chips in the start of the match.
Yep. I've
Theorize this till we come
seen
home.
yeah. I've seen Laser Vomit, Timberwolves, and the likes here play to a very high rate of success. So it is definitely a strategy that works. And I mean, it's it is Wild Ones, as much as I would like to, you can't rule out Lerms entirely.
Oh yeah. All right. They're not mucking around. They are off and running for drop number 2. Let's get into it and have a looky see, shall we?
I'm waiting for all of my predictions to just be thrown out the window of what they're going to bring.
Yeah, that's pretty much what happens. All right. Now I just wait for the old dropship to fly on in. A bit
All
of the
right.
old.
I'll set up on the blue side here.
Bit of that frostiness of the icy maps.
It's very pristine.
It is,
The
yeah.
snow
I
here is
like
very
the ice map,
settled.
actually. I like the way they look. I don't think they're too bad at all. I'm sure there's complaints from some corner of the community somewhere. There's some immersion issue, but I mean, at the end of the day, I think this is a pretty nice looking map.
Oh my goodness, the Wild Ones drop deck though. I am loving
Hello.
it.
Oh, mech falls on my head again. Okay. You want to run through the blue team while I have a look at the red team builds here?
Yes, Wild Ones is bringing an Ice Ferret, a Linebacker, a Warhammer 9D, that is the speed tweaked one, a Timberwolf, a Firestarter, a Black Lantern, a Marauder 2C, and a Phoenix Hawk 7S. So this is a brawl push with Pulse, and it's going to be very fast.
So we're going to like Gauss Victor, a ER large Gauss Death Strike. The Exy and Linebacker are all, well, there's ER large, and the others are all Laser Bomb, actually. So Linebacker is ER large and Laser General Laser. So is the Stormcrow here as well. So rather than large Pulse, there's lots of ER large for the red team.
Interesting. Yeah, the name of the game for the Wild Ones comp is MPLs and SPLs.
Oh, yeah, wow. Yeah, medium pulse. Jeez. Even a Black Lantern with small pulse. Oh, my God.
Timberwolf has 4 large pulse. Marauder 2C is the standard 2 large pulse, 6 ER med. So just your standard high alpha build.
And fast, too, with only 2 large pulse rather than the 3. So.
Yep, here is getting the early cap on
look at I have my
Theta.
team. Cutting it out really, really wide here. Completely giving up Theta. And well, I would say Gamma eventually, once 228 realize that they're not where they maybe are expecting them to be, perhaps. I don't know. 228 have completely dived on Theta here. And there's, well, I have my teams all the way at the other side of the map.
I wonder if Kino is backing up in order to kite. I wonder if Texan is already scouted the brawl push.
They don't care. They are just saying, you know what? We do not care about Theta. You can go stand on it all you want because now we're going to have a 3 cap. We're going to cap your home cap and make you come to us.
I've never seen somebody just full commit to the southern side of the map before.
This is just a basic complete hard counter to what 228 are trying to do here. There's no way that they're going to be able to get in. Well, Timu and Kongwu are a little bit too close together. They kind of want to spread out a little bit more here. A little bit more. Is starting to, yeah, okay, now they're starting to. Now the 228s are rolling in, but I mean, this is a big concave
here. Here comes the push, yep. Brian Ferry in the Warhammer is trying to trying to set up a trail, just trying to hug any cover they can. There's not a lot of cover here to approach with. I think they're going to get burned. I think
there is some more cover over here as they do roll in. This will get them out of shot actually from 3 mechs, 4 mechs. If they do get in here quickly, 228, and they have to be fast. Oh no, they're going all the way around the back. Oh, that's not good. They kind of need to cut down here. Are they planning to kill
Phantom?
Yeah, I think they should have come for shit peas down the center here because by this time, all of our my team's mechs from the other side of the map are going to be back in the fight here. And
yeah.
Oh dear. Desires is getting picked up here. Oh dear. Oh, no.
Look at the map though. They are just corralled, and I Hate My Team is just circling around, preparing to move in.
Yeah, they're moving pretty well here. Desire's already open on that torso. Some pretty accurate shooting there from whoever's delivering the ER large down range.
Such strike bait too. They're all grouped up there in the low ground. Somebody's going to farm.
They're kind of waiting to get some eyes. He is going up high in the high ground here to try and sort of see what's going on, but maybe to present a target to bait. I'm not really. Oh dear.
They're moving though.
50%
they are committing.
It's dropping off there. Oh dear, that's hard. That's hard. So 228, the push is on here. Feels like they're kind of splitting targets, to be honest here. Barry Shitpiece is getting focused here. He's nearly legged already. 228, I feel like 228 may be able to...
Phantom Mad Cat is one-touch CT, though.
Yeah, that's what I mean. If they can get into... So Stone Falcon and Terminal get 2 kills down. 228 are actually out of range, well, out of sight, I should say, of quite a few of the I Hate My Team mechs. They've somehow been able to get here.
I did not think First Blood would go to Wild Ones.
No, they've already got 2 down. And Timu here is going to get completely shredded here with 3 mechs, 4 mechs all over him. Yep, leg, gone. That did not take long at all. Now,
Yep, here gets dropped to the legs.
yeah, Desire and Rhodey are just kind of trying to be very careful here. Desire losing their torso and with it three of his four large pulse. But you know what? I think they're going to be able to do this. I hate my team need to run. They need to run away and just try and cap it at this point. They're not going to win the fight. No
They
way.
have such a huge cap lead that I think if they bailed now and went to the cap strat, they probably have a guaranteed win. But
Yep.
they still want to fight, which
They still
may
want to
be
fight.
their undoing.
They're trying as best they can. I mean, yeah, with Pi and the Firestarter here, Taiwanese Rust Farmer, it could easily be on a 5 cap right now. And just massive crewing tickets. So linebackers down here. Honor Wolf, okay, so the Firestarter goes down for 228. Linebacker, Honor Wolf there is...
Jackson the Ice Ferret is legged. Oh, it goes down to Kong.
Yeah, Kong is legged now as well.
It is a 4v4 now, though. Even fight now. With Kong going down, making it a 4v3.
Oh, geez. The other mechs for 228 have actually really hurt from that. Have I had my team somehow pulled this around? I think they may have. The Commando isn't quite legged yet. Oh, he's just fit through the little dirty gap there.
Texan in the Jenner, though, is doing some serious carrying, though.
Yeah, he finished off Mr. Brian Ferry there. Desire goes down. Oh, wow. I hate my team coming back from being quite well down to some pretty good focus fire and doing some work in the end. Wow, because, yeah, Black Lanter's legged. And Thermo's legged too.
He's coming up to challenge the Firestarter, but I think the Firestarter knows he's legged and is just backing off.
Yep.
Doesn't want to fight that.
Completely over there now. Yikes. I thought the 228 could have, well, they basically almost had it there, but not. Well, no. I had my team not going down without
all that's left. In a legged linebacker, no less. Can't really clutch up with that.
Taiwanese Rust Farmer nearly leg there. And the Jenner completely fresh.
Not where I thought this would go.
No. After 2 quick kills, I didn't think so. All right. Damage numbers. What do we have?
Well, if you go to the top damage on both sides, you'll see Texan Scrublord in the Jenner 2C getting 535 damage. Definitely carried that round for Oops. And if you look at top damage on the Wild One side, it is a 2-way tie between Stone Falcon in the Marauder 2C and Thermo in the linebacker. Thermo came in with a heavy hitting build. He had 4 Storm 6 and 6 Small Pulse. So once you're in close, that's just shredding for damage. Here in the Phoenix Hawk, getting 19 damage, probably just got destroyed before he could get close. But all in all,
pretty even damage spread from both teams. You can just tell that the other guys had more range and more angles and more shooting time overall, really.
Oh, yeah.
Right, I'm jumping out to the lobby, but we'll be over to the map strat ready for you to draw what happened there. That was completely different to what we thought was going to happen.
Yeah, I mean, Oops had such a strange strategy where they just went all the way across the southern half of the map, and typically this area here is just entirely no man's land. Like, the match doesn't happen there. Sure, I guess if Lights want to fight over Kappa, perhaps, but, like, nothing really occurs there. Meanwhile, Wild Ones just ran straight into the trench that I had pointed out earlier in order to get to Theta, and then from there, once they realized where Oops was, they just had to find a trench to close into. That is one thing about Polar, is that you need to stick to the low ground if you want to brawl to make sure you're not burned on approach. But during that entire time, though, when Wild Ones stalled around I-10 here, that just gave Oops all the time that they required to just come around and completely surround Wild Ones and corral them. And for a moment, it looked like Wild One's game. When they got the early 2 assault kills in, I really thought that Oops had somehow botched their defense setup. But
yeah, because
they somehow pulled it off.
We had mechs here, sort of, and then generally in this area here for I Hate My Team. Like I said, sort of 228 came this way. I feel like if they sort of came through the trench here, pretty certain this was the one. There was another mech here as well, a Mad Cat here. Something else around here. They would have eaten a little bit of fire coming through and quicker down this I-10 sort of Juliet 9 road, but you could have sent your faster mix this way and your fatter mix down here, and they could have just sort of met up here a little easier, perhaps.
Yep.
Just a little bit of
Madcat
stalling.
Mark II did.
Mm.
Yep, the Madcat Mark II did not have a good time where he was caught trading against the only two mid to long range mechs on the Wild Ones team, and he just didn't have a good time and gave the early advantage to Wild Ones. But
And
I
just
guess that bought enough
drawing,
time oops
yeah,
required.
just drawing there. Here, and one of the other guys came up. They came up over the top over the Indigo sort of 9 to see where the other guys were, and they ate a good 15-20% damage just dropping off those
Yep.
ledges there as they come sort of diving in. And again, that also hurts too. Again, just stick. Well, they had to split the trenches. I think even with the 2 fast kills, they would have been a little bit quicker, but bled less armor. I think is the probably the more key
Yep.
point. In the end, just not losing enough armor was what sort of cost them. Losing too much armor.
And
Sorry.
and I have to applaud not oops Kino's coordinated fire there of just desire like you didn't see a lot of people like spread or share the damage a lot. It was just desire in the Timberwolf getting absolutely railed from the moment the team showed itself.
Yep. Even in cover, I think someone was working that torso, so I think he lost reasonably early
Yeah.
in the fight too. Now we're off the Torba
But
line
now we're on
with
Tourmaline.
team one being 228, which team one generally pretty well accepted to be the stronger side, although 228 have proved that team two a good push can work. 2 games in their final series, so from their point of view, maybe team one is not the stronger side. I don't know. Are we going to see a 2-2-8 push again? I mean, they've been pretty aggressive every single game, most of the series. So
I think win or lose, they are going to brawl until the end. I think that's their plan. Which is a bit of a shame because
how do you
Team
deliver
One
it on
has
this map?
just
This is the from the team one side, right? How do you
Team One
deliver that?
it has so much open ground, it's higher ground, which makes Team One have spots such as Spire, such as what is formerly CSJ Hill. Like there are so many amazing spots to trade from and establish perfect map control on Team One. But there's a lot of open ground here too, so there's no real room to advance under cover, and I feel like that's where Wild Ones has lost is that they've just taken too much damage on approach every time they've tried to push.
Wondering,
So
right? Do we see some sort of aggression in and across? I mean, if say I had my team put a guy up here, say a guy over here, or sort of a guy over here up on sort of all these spires with some longer range, bigger bigger heat sort of mechs. If 2-2-8 could sort of get in there, and if they do, because I had my team have gone up here a few times to Gamma, cut them off in this sort of area of the map, sort of cut something off somewhere, a light, a leg, or, maybe take out 1 or 2 mechs fairly early. That could potentially do the work. I'm not sure, but team 1 push, I think, is a little harder.
I actually really like that strat you brought up though of going across Theta into stage. Not because I think it'll kill the entire enemy team, but I think you can pretty much cut the map straight in half like this, and then if you hold on to cover, that will give you a 3 cap, so you won't have to push. You can force Kino to push into you, which I think would be a much better play for Wild Ones here. They need to find some way to force the enemy team to not kite,
Yeah, if you
which would be through getting a 3 cap.
Force their lights out, and then they've only got Sigma or Kappa really, if you can control that top end of the map as well. And maybe that's their strategy. Sort of get I hate my team away from Theta early. They've got the better side to do it from as it is anyway. So I mean, it's very possible, and then just control it. Just control the Theta. You don't really need to just nudge it a little bit, and that's all you need to do. Just deny for the rest of the game. It's possible.
And if you have control of stage here, you can make it almost impossible to take Theta back without really trying to push and uproot the entire team. So
well, these guys are not mucking around, so we're off and running.
Alrighty, let's get to it then.
Mm-hmm. It's 2-0 to I Hate My Team. So 228 have got a solid uphill battle here. They're looking a little going a little early, a little bit disorganized without Jay-Z here tonight. I wonder how much of a factor that is playing on them tonight.
Yeah. And it is all high stakes here. If they lose this, they are eliminated from the Championships series.
You know, I've never looked at the sky on this map, and it's actually pretty beautiful.
Oh yeah, it is.
I've
like
honestly never looked at. It's actually pretty. Oh shit, dropships. It's actually pretty cool.
Well, you see now the sky is dropships.
All right. Oh, this is an aggro deck again from 228. I've seen all these mechs before.
Yeah. This is very, very similar to what we saw in the past on both sides. In fact,
I don't even need to click on these mechs. I don't think I already know what's on them. Gas, large. Yep, large lasers. Okay, so large laser instead of pulse on the Warhammer. Okay, slight change of deck, but otherwise basically the same. Just a little bit more range.
228's running the same thing, except swapping the Madcap Mark II-B for Madcap Mark II Deathstrike. It's the only change here.
Oh, basically teams are bringing almost the same decks for both. Oh, wow. Okay, right.
Yep.
Okay.
And
look at that.
Wild One just going hard in the paint Theta. Yep, they're just going hard in the paint for it. And you were right. Oops is sending a early Wolfpack to Gamma.
Yeah, this could be bad for them. If they don't see...
It is a heavy Wolfpack, though.
Yeah.
Because, like, it's not just lights. It's got a linebacker, it's got a Stormcrow, it's got a Dragon Slayer playing Overwatch support.
Phantom isn't even up here yet, into position to start shooting anywhere yet. He's up there now, finally.
Texans on the Spire, almost ready to scout in his Jenner 2C, but Wild Ones, instead of going... they're going open side.
The bottom half, not the top half. Okay.
They're going on the ring. What a strange play. I thought Theta would have... I thought Castle would have been the way to go, but no, they want ringside.
They're going to start eating a lot of fire here now from all angles. They're going to have to do something. You cannot sit here on Stargate when you've got basically the enemies on a lot of, well, predominantly your left, and you can't shoot back at them.
And now they're becoming a bit stagnant, which is not... Oh, no, they are just running straight over.
It's on. Mechs are moving. Mechs are running. I don't know where 228 are exactly heading here. I'm not sure if they've scouted this entirely correctly. Phantom is actually trading, trying to trade out here and getting hit quite heavily. Desire's getting nuked pretty hard again. He's very weak on that torso.
Desire's running alone into a 5-man Wolfpack from Oops, though. Desire's just going straight into Crater.
Desire is going straight in. He's the big W, goodness. Caps lock W key in. Now, what's happening over there?
One side and open CT.
He has got Phantom busy over the back there, so they don't need to worry about the death strike. A little mech taking a big mech out of the fight here.
But they are... Wild One's going hard in the paint on Kong, though. Just flat out everyone aping into him.
Everyone into Kong Lord, but they're shooting everything on him at the moment. This is sort of the problem. Stone Falcon's getting chewed up in the arse here. Already lost a torso because Shippies and Tyrone Rice Farmer, they're all sort of diving in the backs here. And hard splitting Stone Falcon's mech right up the side shoulder there. He's staying
Terminal
alive.
Gets legged, though, in the Firestarter, which is going to cripple their push a bit.
Yeah, this is not ideal. Wolf goes down there.
Wolf goes down.
But the Stormcrow getting some solid back shots there. Some huge back shots there.
Stone Falcon, self-destruction.
Yes, ay. Oh dear. So
Phantom goes down.
Finishes off the death strike up the top there, but here is basically wrecked from that exchange. That's not ideal. Potato Farmer is getting killed off here. Pi in the commando looks like he's legged, I believe. Yes, he is.
Here is out of the match, so it is a 5v4.
The percentages are really, really, really low here for 228 across the board. But I Hate My Team have 4 basically completely fresh dudes. How is this going to play out?
4 fast mechs that can kite too. They are not legged. They're all MPLs, ER meds, Goss. They can run for the hills.
So the Stalker is basically dildoed there. They need to get the Mistlinks off the field. These Taiwanese Rice Farmer and Texan should be able to finish off Draxia pretty easily. Leg the Black Lana. Timu finishes off Terminal over the back there. That's pretty important now. Oh, I think it
I'm
is coming back
surprised that
to war. Oh, no, hang on. I hear my team are running away. Oh,
I
no.
think
Texas just got legged in the
I think
Jenna.
Kino was trying to go for a cap strat. I think Kino is trying to back off and hold the caps that they have.
Well, they have to now. I mean,
But it's going to be a 4 cap for them though.
yeah. Yeah, I hate my team are gonna have the caps here. Gonna be a 4 cap really, really quickly. Even though Texan is legged, he's harassing Drax here quite badly, who is also still he's legged. He hasn't lost the torso here. We've got Timu and Mr. Shippies up the top here doing or well waiting. And Mystic's is gonna pop up in here. Now, what's gonna happen?
Caps are absolutely critical here, though. Wild Ones needs to stop worrying about the fight entirely and immediately send everything to Caps if they want any chance.
Yeah, there's no need to. Thermo should kind of not be. Probably shouldn't be fighting right now. I don't think he's gonna bleed a lot of armor, and the other two guys
This is
are
not
not
a
in
fight
range.
Thermo can win.
Oh no, he's dead.
Thermo can
Thermo's
win
dead.
though. Yeah, this is
Thermo's
not a
dead.
fight he can win. He needs to turn and tail and bail immediately before he's legged.
Yep,
He's legged
now. Yep. But the Stormcrow is
Thermo.
legged. Oh no, the Stormcrow's not legged at all. Oh dear. Taiwanese Rice Farmer here is going to come right into the rear end here of Brian Ferry. Brian is now one touch. Oh dear. Oh dear.
Potato Farmer coming up. It feels like they're just running in to die instead of trying to play for the caps at this point.
The Mistlink's Thermo
Stalker
went in a little
goes
bit too
down like the
early.
Hindenburg.
Just a little bit too early there. How wrecked is here after the fight with the oh shit, I didn't realize here is legged in the Phoenix Hawk. Oh
Yep.
no.
And Drax is
So,
legged in the Black
Texan
Lantern.
is legged. Yeah, this is going to go the way of I hate my team again. They're going to take out the series 3-0. Wow.
Wow. What an upset. This is not what I expected tonight.
I expected a close game. I was going to say 4-1, 4-2, but I didn't realize until today or late last night that Jay-Z wasn't playing. Now, I feel like that's had a little bit of an effect on the outcome of these matches today.
Yeah. I gotta say, I was shocked to see Wild Ones go for Stargate open ground instead of going hard into Castle instead.
Yeah,
I
especially
really
hate
thought
my
they sort of
team
shot themselves in the foot.
Yeah, I mean, I and my team have played that pretty heavy gamma side most matches that I've seen. So no surprise they kind of did it again in some ways. But got Drax sitting on the cap here, decapping it. Whoever rolls in here who is a hungry little rice farmer over here by the look of it, he wants some Black Lana.
Yep.
And he's about to get
And
some.
is he? Yep. Let's see if he can get the kill before the Caps time him out.
I think he should be able to here. One more shot into the legs here. Should just about do it. Oh, not quite. One more. And there he goes. Dun, 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 dun.
And now all that's left is here in the dock, but nobody's getting to him before time runs out.
Nope. No, they are not.
No, here putting up that last UAV to make sure nobody sneaks up on him before this ends.
And there we go. 228 are taken out. 3-0, but I hate my team. Now let's have a look at some damage numbers here, shall we?
I hate my team will progress to fight here for the loot. Once again, Texas Scrublord in the Jenner 2C, 525 damage. Not a slouch. Pretty even damage spread across the map, though. No double Ds this match, so that is a good thing to see.
Yep.
I do believe Wild One's Brawl Push was much more effective this round compared to the last round, as it seems a lot of their performances were pretty close together. Thermo in the Mistlinks getting top 387, which is pretty good, but I just think they chose the wrong side of the map to fight for.
Let's do some quick map stratting on this one. Not too hard to draw. Didn't kind of go how we thought, though.
Not at all. We had such an unusual path of Wild Ones immediately going to Theta, but instead of going hard east like we expected, they went southwest up into what is commonly known as Stargate and jumped over the hill, and then went into the valley, and then turned back around and then fought their opponents here in Echo 6. And that's sort of where everyone collapsed for a big 8v8 fight. I gotta say, with both I Hate My Team and Wild Ones, it is never a dull moment. We will always see something out of the norm, and I love it.
Just sort of drawing some other I Hate My Team movements here as well. Once I sort of realized which way the 228 sort of push was coming. There's also some dropping down here, I think, a little bit back up from 1 or 2 mechs, if I remember correctly, as well, which again kind of didn't help. But Desire eating a lot of shit early coming across here. Just yeah, really, really rough. Couple of mechs up here, of course, for I Hate My Team. Just pounding, just sending all of the pain down there. Shots for days. And then, yeah, I think if Thermo just waited a little bit rather than jump up here, waited for the other guys to come around, I think they probably could have killed those 2 guys.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like if Wild Ones streamlined their push and just, if they wanted to fight in Echo 6, just immediately go from Theta to Echo 6 in a single hard turn. Here, I'll do it in green so it is easier to see. I think they would have caught I Hate My Team before they managed to group up and before they managed to set up Overwatch. And then probably give them the advantage that they require.
It was definitely a good move to go taking the Death Strike out of the game and keep him very, very busy. Maybe took a little long to finish him off. I would have sort of thought, you know, a Phoenix Hawk with jump jets and stuff could have got in there a little bit quicker and nuked him, but did the job, kept him out of the fight, but it was not enough to aid the team for an overall win.
Yeah, and I think legging it is still a fair trade because now it can't stop the cap strat after the fight was almost entirely over.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yep.
he was out of commission for the rest of the game.
Indeed, he was. Well, that rounds out the cast and the matches today for this weekend, actually. So I have my team going through and 228 now being knocked out. So the new schedule, I'm assuming, will be worked on during the week. And I think there's a bunch of games coming up next weekend. I don't know exactly because I haven't kind of done my research, which is a bit lazy, but I'm really busy.
Next weekend, we will see Here for the Loot against Kino, as now they have won this match. And then I believe the winner of that will play GNX. So it'll be, those are 2 up in the air games that I look forward to seeing you next week.
Indeed, it should be a good week next week. With that, mate, thank you for joining me today. I'm going to round out the cast now because I have to go out very shortly for dinner. So I'm going to go and feed my face. Thanks for joining me, mate.
Take it easy.
Beautiful. See you guys. See you, chats. And make sure you hit the follow button and jump on the MWO Comp Discord. See you later.